Hello, everyone. Honestly, I need to ask, how do people become leaders in Nigeria? Because from political leaders to traditional leaders to religious leaders, why am I even calling them leaders? Rulers, all of them, they just seem to be there's just anyhowness going on. I cannot even begin to tell you the number of traditional rulers that have been involved in one crime or the other, in one fraud or the other, in one thing or the other. It's unbelievable what's going on with traditional rulers and fraud cases. This one is a UK-based woman petitions Ogun State House of Assembly, accuses Monarch of 150 million fraud, forced marriage. Oyewole, who currently resides in the UK, narrated how the monarch approached her for marriage following the collapse of her previous marriage due to domestic violence. So she was not the one paying him to marry her, Abi? Did she pay him groom price? Abi to marry this thing, Oba or whatever, you have to be paying money. A United Kingdom-based Nigerian woman, Christy Oluwabumi Oyewole, has petitioned the Ogun State House of Assembly, accusing a traditional ruler, Oba Adekeye Adeyemi Olarewaju, the Abepa of Joga Orile at Yewa North local government area, fraudulently exploiting her under the guise of marriage. In the petition dated Thursday and addressed to the Speaker of the House, Daisy Elemide Oyewole, detailed how the monarch allegedly deceived her into a fake marriage and defrauded her of over 115 million naira, including 65 million in cash, jewelry worth 50 million, and other personal properties such as mobile phone. And this is supposed to be like custodian, right, of our traditions. And these are the people that demand so much for respect. And when we are doing all of this, I find it funny where constantly we are telling the younger generation that we want them to respect us. How are they going to respect us? With all of this nonsense we are doing, with all of these things that they see, with all of these things, going on, where is that respect, going to come out for? And it's been a lot. Even with COVID, there were some that had issues in the US with COVID. They are arresting them, they are doing all sorts of things. There are more cases like that. You begin to wonder, what is it that is going on? And for me, I find it very annoying. One thing that we Nigerians do, these people that are supposed to be held accountable, these people that owe you to behave very well, these people that are supposed to be upright, moral, ethical, with integrity, they're the ones who end up just doing anyhow, and people are making excuses for them. But meanwhile, our fellow citizens who owe us nothing, we are just both fellow citizens and everybody is doing their thing. Guess what? It is those people that will not sit down and will be telling them that they must do this, they must do that for us or that. We are holding them accountable, telling them all the things that we expect for them to do. That's that's just totally, totally annoying. And we really need to do something about it, because if we are not able to fix leadership at all levels, there's no how we're going to have good governance that we're looking for. There's no how we're going to have that development, because at the end of the day, leadership is everything. And she said, it is with pain that I write to the Ogun State House of Assembly about my ordeal in the hands of an Ogun monarch. For her to come out this way, definitely she has gotten to a place where she's tired, a place where she's angry, a place where she feels betrayed, and then she's crying. She's coming out to cry. And I'm sure she had to overcome shame for her actually, to be able to do this. Oyewole, who currently resides in the UK, narrated how the monarch approached her for marriage following the collapse of her previous marriage due to domestic violence. And this is from Sahara Reporter. She said she initially expressed concern about still being legally married to her ex-husband, but Oba Adekeye assured her that he would assist her with the divorce process. So in a way also, for somebody like this who is coming, he has seen you, and then he just jumping on the fact that he wants to marry you even while you've not finished your divorce process and all of that. Some of those things should be like a red flag, because have time, take time. And for me, I'm just talking now in generally, because you see a lot of people who leave one relationship and they're jumping into another relationship. This is not that she has done anything wrong, but sometimes just take your time and just be there for yourself, because at that moment you're vulnerable, and there are a lot of vultures, I will call them vultures, that's what they actually do. They go around looking for such vulnerable women or people. It could be a man, men also could go through such period, and then they come in, they latch onto them, and they do all sorts of things to them. Oyewole, who currently resides in the UK, narrated how the monarch approached her for marriage. Okay, yeah, I've divorced. I've said that already. According to White, it was later that I discovered that the divorce and marriage papers he provided were outrightly fake and masterminded by the monarch to scam me. So he was the one that produced the paper for her. They didn't go to lawyer. She didn't get a lawyer. She didn't follow through. She didn't. Love, the things that love make us do and love make us believe. The thing is about trusting. You can't fault her. She trusted, but unfortunately she trusted the wrong person. However, despite her efforts to retrieve her assets, she claims the traditional ruler has used his status and influence to shield himself from accountability. And of course, that's where our security agencies that are always willing tool of oppression, that's where you see them coming. You see the judiciary that has turned itself, that is the plaything of corrupt politicians and anyone who has money. This is where you see them, and most times people like this, they will always use their connection to be able to block and do a lot of things. And she continued by saying that when she realized that he had duped her, she tried everything humanly possible to retrieve her money and properties for him, but he has continued to use his position as monarch to evade justice. One of the things about rule of law is that everybody, no matter who you are, high or low, that you are subjected to the rules of law equally. Anybody that has done a crime should do the time, not the one that somebody will be using position or any of that to evade the things they are supposed to do. On February 24, 2025, Sahara reporters reported that the woman accused Oba Olarewaju of using marriage as a ploy to defraud her, which is what he has gone on to do now. I just pity this woman, and I do pray that she's able to recover her money. It can be very, very painful when you're having, not just is your heart broken, that is there, you're having heartache, and then your money has also been taken away. That's what they call double wahala for dead body. It's really not easy. And for everyone out there, please be safe, please be guided. I mean, don't let love just carry you away, especially for someone that you did not both build your property together, to just come and begin to take away your property. There's also another case that was said, I think, was it on Instagram or something. There's this religious kind of thing where they are luring people to come and be better religious people and all of that. Before you know what's, especially vulnerable women, before you know what's happening, they are taking away their properties, they are taking away everything, cutting them off from their family. They're probably changing their name, going offline, and a whole lot of dark things that are happening out there. Please try as much as possible to be safe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.